Alright guys, so how's it going? We are technically on day 2 now of a big major rain system that's coming through, which is kind of mind-blowing that we're finally getting some freaking rain, because we haven't had rain in probably about a month. It's been getting pretty damn dry here. No matter where you drove, even if you drove on somebody's yard, you're kicking up freaking dust. That's just how dry you were. So, this is how dry we were here. So, of course, it's raining again. We got a break overnight, but yesterday was a cocksucker. So, because I had to run the John Deere yesterday and picked up some parts for the John Deere because I was having issues with the John Deere, the mower. So I had to replace the battery and the positive and negative cables because they were all extremely corroded. And I mean, you probably could have cleaned it up, I suppose, but I don't know. It seemed like the battery was leaking too, even though it seemed to hold the charge fine. But I don't know. The last time I chopped leaves, which was a few days ago, even at almost full throttle, I don't run my stuff wide open. Not for when I'm chopping leaves, I don't. And I had all the work lights on because I was chopping leaves pretty much at night because it gets darker now by 7:30. So chopping leaves in the dark, and even being at almost full throttle, the battery light would flicker. So I was like, well, there's something definitely going on there. It would only come on when the tractor was at an idle. It would do that. But since I changed out the cables and the battery, I ran it there for a little bit, just for a couple of minutes. I didn't run it very long after installing all that stuff. The battery didn't come on at an idle, so maybe there's just something going on there with the wiring in the battery, I guess. So I fixed that issue, and I wanted to fix that issue anyway because I know that on the John Deere I'll probably be blowing snow with it whenever the blower, finally gets here. So, because I had, like I said, well, the John Deere guy called me back and he's like, well, the only way we can, even process the orders, you have to give me some money. You either have to give me some money or you have to give me the full amount, just so we can even just freaking process your order to even get it going. So he told me what it was going to cost, and he was already putting on labor because they thought that I was going to bring the mower to them so they can install everything, which I almost could do now, but I don't have a trailer. So yeah, so, but we're not going to do that. So I just told him, no, just, put everything on a crate or whatever, and we'll load it in the back of the pickup, and I'll take it home and I'll do it myself. Since it's going to be in the wintertime when I'm probably going to be installing this blower, I think I'm just going to hold off on putting the valve on, the shut-off valve. I'll just let it be slow like that for the winter. Because I'm not going to want to be dicking around, and trying to undo hoses when they're cold. And it's not priority. I can deal with it being slow for a few seconds. So, whatever. So I went and got the new stuff for the John Deere, and yeah, that seems fine. But going there was a nightmare. Absolute fucking nightmare. Well, we knew there was rain coming, but we didn't think that they were going to turn into, like a storm. This was literally like driving into a severe storm, but there was just no hail or tornadoes or anything like that. It was just some thunder and lightning and some heavy downpours at time. But going to John Deere, there was times that I was literally, we were just going at a crawl down the road because you just couldn't see. Even with the wipers on high, you just couldn't see ahead of you enough to justify still going the speed limit. So, we pretty much were at a crawl through a lot of that. Well, through the really heavy stuff. And then they did say heavy rain at times, but man, that was definitely a heavy rain. So finally got the John Deere, got the stuff, whatever, and came back and we installed it all, and it seems fine now. So I'm glad I got that done and over with. The headlight, because I know one of them headlights there was kind of bouncing around a little bit. Well, one of the screws just fell out. So I think I could just run to the hardware and just grab another ordinary screw like that, and that'll take care of that bouncy headlight problem. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm not really sure what the hell's going on, but we were gone at the time. But my grandma, or my uncle, was at home, and he said that he heard this big crack of thunder and lightning and stuff like that, and it was super, super loud. And I'm guessing it happened over my house, because when I came home, I had no phone service. I have internet and everything else, but I don't have the home phone for some reason. So I figured, well, maybe it goofed up the system. It's like usually if you just power them down and shut them off, whatever, they'll reboot and they'll be fine. I did that, and it didn't fix the issue. So I don't have a home phone, but we got our cell phones, so we're all right that way. But I don't know what the hell happened. There really is no evidence to show that a lightning bolt hit anywhere on my property, because if it hit a tree, you would see a big pile of trees everywhere. But I don't see anything. I didn't really see any burnt spots in the yard. Not that I was really looking, I guess, all that much, but I'm thinking it must have just been like it was really low, but it just went across the sky. I'm guessing that's probably what happened. So it was just low enough that it did something to whatever was on my house, and it just kind of screwed it over. So it is what it is. I called my local phone company, and they said, yeah, we could send somebody out, today, because we called this morning, and they're like, oh, well, if you want somebody to come on a weekend, you got to pay $140 or $150. And I was like, I ain't paying that. Fuck that. So they said, well, the weekdays, Monday through Friday, that's free. They'll come up then for free, and do whatever. But if it needs to be fixed on a weekend, then they got to charge you for it, which I don't agree with. But that's typical for that company to rip you off that way. So screw them. So I'm not paying that. Just for some guy to come down and be like, yeah, you need a whole new system put in, and then they can't do it, anyway. So, because they probably ain't going to have the stuff in stock, even though they should. But I'd imagine they won't, so they're going to have to turn around and go order some, and that's going to take probably a couple days. All just for $150, just to come down here and do all that. It's not even worth it. You can come down for free then on a weekday. And it's not really priority because we still have internet and stuff like that, but we just don't have a home phone. So we're not in a giant hurry to have that fixed, because we got cell phones, so we'll be fine without it. We're still going to want it fixed, but it's just not mandatory right now. So they'll come probably Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday. There's just way too many fucking holidays in the U.S. They need to start getting rid of some of these freaking holidays. It's retarded. So, but what are you going to do? Just whatever. So, they'll probably call Tuesday and want to set an appointment so they can get somebody down here, and how that goes. So, yeah, that's how it's probably going to go. So, there's not much I guess I can do about it. I guess besides just, wait. So, but, yeah. So, yeah. Got some wild turkeys in the yard over there. So what else is going on? Well, I'm still waiting for the roofer to call me back. He never called me back like he was supposed to, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I tried calling him, left him a message. He wouldn't. I even texted him because he says that number is his cell phone. He says that we can text him anytime there. So I texted him, I called him, I left him an email, and he won't get back to me, so I don't know what the hell's going on. If he's just, I don't know. So I don't know if he's having some type of family emergency and he had to get away from work or what, I don't know. So, but he never showed up Friday like he was supposed to. That one Friday, he never showed up. He said Thursday or Friday for sure, which was it never happened. So, not really too sure what's going on with that. So, I don't even know if he will call. I don't really know. At the time, if he decides that he's going to take the rest of October off, because of whatever, then be prepared to fix my roof in the middle of winter, and that's not going to be fun. That's just why I wanted him to come, now. Well, at the time when I called, it was really nice out. It was 70s, 80s, and sunny. But then he said, well, I'm not going to be able to come until after the 4th. Which was fine. It was still going to be sunny and and fairly warm. So I was like, well, that'd be he could come down, take a look, and he has to be the one to come down here and come up with a game plan. I can't tell him, really, I guess what to do. I mean, he has to come down, look at it for himself, and he's the one that has to determine what needs to be done and what it's going to cost me. So, but he won't call. I don't know what the hell he's doing. It would have been nice if he would have at least, called or texted me back and be like, hey, I'm having, whatever kind of problem, I can't do it right now, and so, but that's not really how companies work. They don't ever want to say anything. They just seem to fall off the radar and you can't find them, so, I don't know. But I called a couple of guys down in the cities to see if they would come up here. One does, but he says he's booked until spring, which is going to suck for them because they're going to be doing roofs, it sounds like, even in the wintertime. I don't know why I don't want to do that. I mean, if it has to be done, it's got to be done, but I mean, it's not going to be fun weather to be working in. So, and then the other one, they said they don't even do house roofs, so I don't even know why they even showed up on the damn thing. So, they don't do house roofing, they only do flat roofs, like on schools and stuff, so whatever. And the one that I'm talking to now, or was talking to, they pulled a no-show and they're not, taking, accepting my phone calls. It just goes straight to voicemail, so not really too sure what the hell's going on with that. So it's irritating, but because I was kind of hoping to get my roof done, because that's also a priority to get done. But I don't know. I still put some money aside for him. I don't know what it's going to cost me to do it, so I put some away. And if it's not going to be enough, well then I'll have to save up for, I guess, the winter months, I guess, and then he'll have to come back in spring, I guess. Then I don't know. There isn't really much I can do. So, and there's the contractors here there are none. Not around here. You got to go far away, which is kind of stupid in a way, but then in a way you gotta understand it too, because around here people are not going to have their roofs replaced every day, so therefore they don't really have a job here. I mean, it's once in every 25 years maybe there's going to be a roof replaced here. It just happens to be mine's on the list now, and probably nobody else. I don't know if there's anybody else here in town that needs a roof replaced. I think they've already had all theirs done, and then the ones that do need them, well, they're probably abandoned anyway, and they're not worth it, so, but, I don't know, so, but, I don't know, it's just, he's not phoning me back, and he never answered his text, so, because I guess I know that, because when I text somebody, it'll show on my phone if they've opened that message or not, and And he never did, so I don't know if he's got that phone turned off or what. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, I don't know. So, it's hard to say. But now it's going to suck for him, you know, because if he calls, let's say Tuesday, and he wants to come and do it, well, have fun doing it, because you're going to be doing it on days where it could be raining, because they're talking rain just about every other day now. And that's not going to be a fun job, and that's probably going to wreck the freaking roof all the more. So, you know, that might actually ruin the plywood underneath or whatever the hell's under that. So, if it stays wet and then you shingle over it, I don't know if it would ever dry out. Maybe it would, but again, I'm not a roofer, so I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. All I can do is just kind of keep waiting around, I guess, and see what the hell happens. But I don't know. It's frustrating, but I think I pretty much got the John Deere thing out of the way. So, because I'm pretty sure they got my money. So I'm going to call them Tuesday to confirm it, to make sure they got their money, and then, yeah, I guess whenever they take it, I guess, then it's, well, no, but then that's when it's going to get, my order's going to be placed, so, but, I don't know, so, but it'll be a while yet before that shows up anyway, so I think I'll probably be digging up Big Red's plow, probably have to do some plowing, you know, with him, at least for a month or so, I don't know, it kind of just depends on what the year is going to be like. I mean, even now, it's still looking like for another whole week or so, even in October, it's going to be fairly warm. It's not going to be in the 80s or 90s, probably not even in the 70s, but I think they were talking mostly 60s, which is still, you know, pretty warm for this time of the year. But it did this last year, too, and we didn't get any snow until, like, Christmas. So kind of think that's probably what's going to happen again, but I don't know. But the reason why we're getting all this rain, as far as I can tell, is that up in the mountains out west, they're getting tons of snow. And what's happening is that snow system is coming off the mountains and is heading for our direction, but then see, it's warmer down here than it is up on top of those mountains. So when that snow system moves down the mountain and keeps going, it turns into rain. And I think this is what we're getting some of that. So that's why they're threatening us with rain pretty much every other day, because this is, I think, part of that. So, not that I'm really complaining all that much, because we did need it, but my God, we are close to 2 inches of rain already in just two days. We're going to be tickling that 2-inch mark there, I think, by tonight. So, I don't know, we got an inch and a half yesterday, and then it's been raining kind of on and off. Most of the day today it rained. A light shower, which is fine, and that's slowly raising my rain gauge. So I imagine by tonight I'll probably be at the 2-inch mark, or pretty damn close. Not that we needed that much rain, I think we, you know, but I mean, I guess in a way we kind of needed it because we're just so dry. So I don't know. I'm not going to complain too damn much, because we kind of did need it. Even though it's not going to do us any good. All it's going to do is just keep the dust down now for a few days. So, but I don't know. So, we'll take it, I guess. Kind of do need it, so. But, yeah, so anyways, the other thing is I did pick up a new toy. Not really a toy, I guess, but I'm not going to say what it is, and I'm not going to make any videos of it for a while, just because it's, well, this weather's kind of ruining it. But let's just say, I imagine some people here in town have already seen it, and I'm sure of it, but, you know, it's going to be a while before you guys see it. So, but it needs some minor work done to it. It's not, you know, major stuff. Even that gas station over there where I get my diesel fuel, they can, I think, pretty much do all of it. There's one thing that it will have to be sent in to get done, but that'll be free of charge because it's a defective part. So it's on a recall list, and it was never taken care of by the last owners. Supposedly they just forgot about it, I guess, or whatever. So, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm not going to be using it much as of right now. So we have it here. That's the main thing. So now I can kind of just tinker around with it. There are some things I want to do to it, but it's going to cost me some money to do, and I don't want to spend that kind of money right now. So, but let's just say it was definitely another expensive purchase. And no, it wasn't any hanging equipment, unfortunate, but the reason why I didn't buy that round baler from the John Deere dealer here on the Minnesota side is because they keep playing with the fucking prices and it's pissing me off. I don't know if it's them doing it or if it's just a glitch in the Tractor House software or what. I'm not really too sure what the hell's going on with that. But they had it marked for $12,500 for a long time. And now for some reason it's marked up to $14,000. It's like, well, I'm not paying $14,000 for it. You know, it's like you had it marked to $12,500. You know, that was, you know, more reasonable. So, I mean, it's a fairly nice baler, but it's just, it didn't happen, you know, but I don't know. Who knows how much longer we'll even be doing this anyway, you know, but yeah, so we'll try again in a little while, I guess in a few years or something, I don't know. It's just kind of the way things are going. It just, for what I bought now, it just kind of worked out, you know, and that's just all, I guess that's all I'm going to say, really. It's just, it worked out that way. So, kind of jumped on it because, one, it was close to home. It was on the North Dakota side, but it was, I don't know, that's about as far as I want to go. There's the distance I went to get this thing. I don't really want to ever go that far again. I don't want to go past that point, you know, in any range or any, like in a 360 degree thing. I don't want to go any further than the line that I've set, so which is about an hour away. I don't want to go any further than an hour because, you know, that's just a lot of driving. So ain't doing it. Ain't freaking doing it. So, but yeah, so the new toy, whatever you want to call it. It's not new. It is used, but for what I paid for it, not bad. Not bad at all. So it needs, like I said, it needs some minor things. It is missing some things, so I'm going to have to look for them online, which isn't really a huge deal. Why it was missing in the first place, I have no clue. So, but will I be able to make a video on it? I don't know, because I want it to be sunny, not rainy, and not windy. Because wind and, you know, just shit weather like this, it's just, it just ruins a video. Who wants to be out making a video on something, you know, when they're getting rained on? You know, I just went and worked on my gutters at my house a little bit because they weren't really doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're plugged again. And, of course, I'm getting soaked. So, freaking gutters are ridiculous and stupid. They need to be cleaned out again, but my God. I need to put those, I've seen them online. They're those little screen things you can put on top of the gutters to keep leaves and shit out. Yeah, I need to get some of those. But those gutters are so freaking, I don't think those gutters are big enough for this house, to be honest with you. I think they need to be a couple sizes bigger for the volume of water that come off that roof. Especially on a heavy downpour like this, yeah. I think they need to be way bigger, handle way more volume. So, but I think it would help if they weren't freaking plugging all the time. But what are you gonna do? So, yeah. So, like I said, I'll make a video on the new purchase, the new toy. I guess whenever the weather permits to me, you know, it lets me do it. So, It's just the way it's going to be. And plus, I got to do stuff to it anyway, so it's going to be a while before I even use it for anything. So, probably tinker around with it a little bit and whatnot and whatever else. So, but that's really all I can tell you. So, yeah. But that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Oh yeah, I did order. Since I've been having an issue with Big Red not, wanting it just randomly dies out in the field, so I bought a little jump pack starter thingy. I bought it from Walmart, or was it Walmart? I think it was. I bought it online. I was gonna buy it off Northern Tool, but they never seem to have it in stock. So I bought one for Big Red, a little jump starter thing. I'll make a video on it, I guess, whenever it shows up. And that's just so if I get stranded somewhere out in the field, then I can jump start my four-wheeler and not have to call for anybody. So when I'll send Big Red in to get, repaired, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I know some people are just like, get a new four-wheeler, whatever. It's just, I don't know. So, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. So, but, yeah. It is what it is. So, we'll fix it, I guess, one of these days. We'll see what the hell happens, but it ain't going to be anytime soon. That little jump pack thing, that'll be good enough for now. It'll be an inconvenience thing to do, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do to get that hunk of shit to run, so. But if you put it on the maintainer overnight, it seems like it'll last for a few days, and then it just kind of, well, sometimes it'll last longer than a few days. I mean, you're talking almost a month, but. And then it just gets those weird moods where it just, it's every couple of days then. So I guess it depends on weather and whatever else. So Big Red's in the garage right now and he's on the maintainer. He's fully charged now, but I just keep him plugged in at all times. That's what maintainers let you do. You can plug them in and you can just forget about them. They'll keep the battery topped off at all times. You don't have to constantly keep hooking up a battery charger to it at all times. So. But I also did order another one of those. So because, well, when you order the little, they're small, they're tiny little fucking things. But I ordered a new battery tender for the new toy that I got, and it'll come with battery leads, so I can permanently wire that up to the battery. And let's just say too, this thing has 2 batteries. And that's just, I guess it's kind of understandable for the size of the toy I got, but my God, she's definitely got some balls if she needs 2 batteries. So, yeah, and that turkey's going to go right up into that tree and go night-night. So, but, yeah, so, and then I had a spare cable that you can permanently wire up to your battery. I put that one on the John Deere because the original one was so corroded and it actually broke off. So that one's junk. Throw that thing in the trash and be done with it. So I got a new maintainer coming, and then I got an extra wire coming and stuff like that. So. Yeah, so if I don't plan on driving that new toy for a while, well then I can put the battery on the batteries on the maintainer and make sure that they stay topped off at all times, because that's what kills batteries is when they get super low, and it just pretty much destroys them after a while. So yeah. So yeah. But it is what it is. So there's not much you can do about it, but that's where that turkey went, right into the tree there. But yeah, like I said, I'll make a video on the new toy at some point here. I'm still trying to get comfortable with it, get used to the controls and stuff, but I think I got a good deal on it. I mean, yeah. So, man, that freaking spider again. What's with all these damn spiders? I think they would have died off by now. Die off. So, yeah. So, yeah. So that's what's going on. It's just been crazy weekend and crazy weekend. And whatever else. So, oh, and I also did buy just some more tools for the big toolbox there. Finally found some ratchets that I was looking for in that size that I wanted. What the hell was that? Something like that damn turkey fell. I think she fell. I don't know. But yeah, I bought some tools to throw in the toolbox there, and then I bought some tools, just some basic tools, like what I throw in the John Deere and in the tractor and Big Red, stuff like that. I got some of those for the new toy, because I always like to have some tools in my machines. They're all going up into the trees now. Look at them go. I guess it's bedtime, night time for them. There's still more over there yet too. A cluster of them, damn wild turkeys. So, but if you guys want to take a guess on what I got, you guys are more than welcome to. I don't really give a shit. So, but I will say that my sister's definitely jealous. So, like I said, it's not new, but it looks new, but it does have some scratches and some things in the paint, and even a little bit of rust starting to form, on some areas, but I mean, that's to be expected when you live in the north. Things are going to rust, so, but, yeah, so, yeah. But like I said, I'll make a video on it when the time's right, when the weather's, in my favors again, and we'll discuss it and show it off, and won't be driving it much or doing much with it, or doing anything with it really. So, just because, like I said, I got to do stuff to it and make it more to my liking. So, but yeah. But anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to tag off and head back in and do some shit, and yeah. So, and I also forgot too. I called earlier this morning too. Wanted to get some parts for the 1586, but the guy was supposed to call me back, but he never did. So, and they only worked half a day today. So I'm guessing it took him longer than needed, and he figures, well, I'm not going to call it back now because we're closed, so I'm thinking he'll probably call Tuesday, but just wanted a couple things for the 1586. I'm looking for, I need 2 new battery boxes, one on both sides, because mine are just completely fucking shot. I'm not going to go through the trouble cutting the floor out of that and molding in a new one. I don't have time for that. And then I have to call another, these are coming from a salvage yard. So, 2 new battery boxes. I've got a rough idea on pricing for them, but I need to know shipping and stuff now. But he never called me back. Then I got to call another guy, a little bit further away, but not by much. Same company, just, they got multiple stores and everywhere. And then I need to get a price on pulling out a tilt steering kit out of one of those 86 or 88 series tractors and having one shipped my way. So there is a junk tractor over there that has a tilt steering kit in it, but obviously the tractor's been torn apart, and I don't know if I imagine they keep those parts, but I have to call them and find out. But I was waiting for the first guy to call back, and he never did. So it kind of wasted the whole morning waiting for one guy to call me back. But I figured it wouldn't take him that long to call, because any other time I've called to request used parts, it's only taken maybe 20 minutes, and then he calls me back. So I don't know, but he'll probably call back Tuesday, I imagine. I don't know. I doubt they work Mondays because it's a holiday. So Monday for sure, but yeah, so I'm going to get 2 new battery boxes and then call that other salvage yard and see if they can pull that tilt steering kit out of it, see if they can find it. I imagine they still have it, but you have to give them the tractor, you know, when they obviously have it for salvage, it has a special number so that they know what tractor you're talking about, and then you have to give them that number, and then you tell them what you want off it, and then they'll go see if they have it, and then they'll tell you what it'll cost to ship the stupid thing. So I don't even know what it's going to cost to buy the damn thing, let alone shipping. So, you know, I don't want to spend too much moolah on this stuff, but I don't know. I think if you know, if we can do that, we're doing all right. And then plus the new toy I got, you know, yeah, it's not a round baler, it's not a cutter, but I think I'm just, holy shit, don't break the tree. I think I'm just going to wait a little while. Just maybe to see what else comes around. I don't know. I don't really feel like paying a hell of a lot for a baler, but, you know, the only reason I said I was going to go with that baler is just because it's just so close to home. You know, but I don't know. It says now they want $14,000 for it, and before it was $12,500. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but it's pissing me off. So I'm just gonna let it go, and then if it's there in the future, I guess to buy it, then maybe I'll buy it, and maybe I'll find another good used one, somewhere else, or if not, then I'll have to have one trucked in, I guess, from further away. That's really all I can do, but I can only pick my battles, and I need to pick certain ones, and so, but it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off because I'm pretty much done, so, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to take off, so I guess I have a good day and stuff, so, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.